If you do go on to enjoy today's video, please consider liking it because I'm terrible at FIFA and I need all the self-esteem I can get. If you're interested in football shirts, football boots or anything football related, go check out my Depop. The link for that is also down below. If you do need any coins, head over to u7buystore.com. Use the code TVM at checkout for a discount. The link is in the description. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to the Brentford save. I am absolutely loving Football Manager this year. Now, don't get me wrong, I love it every year and I put hours upon hours into it, but very rarely do I start a job and I'm still in it by the end of the season. I normally get sacked first job I pick, and then when I go unemployed and I pick another team, or they pick me, I should say, that's when I actually come into my own. So I'm very surprised that not only did we finish 7th with Brentford last season, we've actually started this season very well indeed. So, you saw the 3-0 demolition of Southampton. We beat Everton 6-2. I would say we were lucky. On paper, we were lucky not to win. Highlight-wise, we had one highlight. The rest of it was all Leicester, and they came close a few times. So I'm going to say we were lucky to come away with a draw. We beat Crystal Palace with a heavily rotated team in the Carabao Cup, 4-0. Thales Magno and Firmino both playing in the same team together for the first time this season. Onuachu had picked up a little bit of a knock, so he was rested. And then we dispatched Aston Villa 4-1. Frank Lampard's side, absolutely no match. Apparently, Danny Ings hadn't scored all season, and I don't think he'd scored much last season as well. And he was on some sort of stupid long goal drought, and he ended it against us, of course. But Firmino with a hat-trick again, and Yanis Hadji opened his account for the season with a goal. Very nice indeed. Transfers-wise, I'm in for Alberto Moreno. I know, as a Liverpool fan, I really don't like Alberto Moreno. Like, I appreciate him and everything that he kind of did, but at the same time, I remember the bad stuff more than I remember the good stuff, and I was never really a massive fan of him. In FM, though, as a backup fringe player who will quite literally play, 5 or 6 games a season, maybe a little bit more if we end up staying in the Europa League Conference and if we're in the FA Cup and the Carabao and the Premier League and it's all condensed because of the World Cup, he will probably play a fair few games. But after that, in a normal season, he'd probably only play a handful of times. But he's happy to be that player by the looks of things. 29 years of age, I think he just wants an easy life. But he's actually not bad on paper, and that work rate and the stamina, they impress me. So he will come into the team, hopefully, on loan with an option to buy for 2.5 million at the end of the season. Option, not mandatory, thankfully, because there is a fair chance he'll flop. Did I sign anyone else? I did. Andrea Patagna, 2.5 million. I'm making a lot of sign-ins, and I said I wasn't going to make any, and now I've made like 9 or whatever it is, 7. I'm not done. I'm still trying to get Moreno in, and there's probably another one on the way as well. But Andrea Patagna, formerly of Napoli? Yeah, we brought him in from Napoli. They bought him from Spal. He has had stints at Milan and Sampdoria, and hasn't particularly done well in these teams. But as a pressing forward, he ticks all my boxes. Teamwork, strength, balance, bravery. His finishing is okay. His composure is okay. He's a good little player. And he only cost us 2.5 million. And he is happy to sit there. And much like Gerard Moreno, happy to play a handful of games through the season. Onuachu picked up a knock. And it concerned me that I didn't have anyone. I thought, if this was a serious injury, or if it was an injury to keep him out for a couple of weeks, I would be in trouble here. So yeah, we're gonna bring him in, or we have brought him in, and he might play the first leg here actually. Or do we just want to go out and say, look, we want to batter this team first leg? I don't think away goals matter. Declan Rice has got a suspension. We do have a few players that aren't registered. Oh yeah, actually I'm lying. Patagna joined us just after, literally a day after or an hour after I submitted the squad. So unfortunately, he can't play. Seguin is going to play. My Moneyball sign-in will play today. Declan Rice can't play. In fact, I might have to go, yeah, I mean, I could play... Yeah, Bricknell's going to have to come onto the bench. I have no idea who this guy is. The game just generates some random player that you can't actually use full-time when you need a player. Like, he'll be in, like, the... Yeah, he's like a non-contract Brentford player, basically. We're going to play Stanisic instead of Nianzou, I think. Might start Griffo instead of Hadji. Not going to, like, rotate crazy amounts, but... in terms of like fitness, everybody seems to be okay. So let's just jump straight into it and see if we can... I'm going to turn Team Talks on as well when I remember to do it. I always forget, and at this point I remember to do it. But I had it set up for my assistant. I don't recognise anyone there. Do you? Answers on a postcard. Let's continue. Yeah, I've got it set up for my assistant. I think a fun part of it is actually talking to the team. I had it set up from when I first started playing because I just want to try and get through it a bit quicker just to sort of get to grips with the new game. Interestingly enough, I've not changed the tactic to be attacking or positive even. We are still on balanced. We're not going to try anything against these that we don't normally try against Premier League teams. I didn't show you the Premier League table because we've only played like a handful of games. I will show you after this match. What is he doing? Why didn't he run after that? We are top of the league after, I think, only 4. Is it 4 games we've played? Everton, Leicester. What a ball from Bastoni. Nino is there, and that is awful. I know it's only like half an hour gone. Oh, for God's sake. They've got a corner. Cleared. Referee says play on. For a second, I thought maybe he would be going to VAR for a penalty. Onuachu puts pressure on him. And again, we are pressing quite high. They are panicking slightly. You can see that they don't really know what to do with it. Long ball forward, and Barbu is in there like swimwear. And he bursts away. Onuachu through the middle to Griffo, maybe. Well, to Nino, that'll work. Round the keeper, goal. And no need for VAR. That was a great goal, and that is a good counter. For all the possession we've had, that's the first time we've been able to counter in the game, and we've made it count. I mean, do we just keep it balanced? Do we go attacking? Does it matter if we go attacking? They are bursting through you, though, with Husbaber. Georgiadis, number 37, puts a good ball in. They've scored. For all the slagging off that I've just... that's it, right. I was going to let you have it. I was going to be like, do you know what? I'm just going to keep it balanced. If we win 2-0, I'll take it, even though we look like we can score 9. But now... You've had it. That's it. We're going for it. I want 9. Now I want 9. Get out of here with your highlight. Come on. We have a corner. And it's over the bar. 53 minutes played. I have pushed the lines all the way up. We are on massive counter press and high pressing. We've gone attacking. I have a feeling, and to be honest, I think I said it half an hour in, or I was about to, and I changed my mind about what I was about to say. I just have a feeling that it's not going to be our day today. I do feel like we are by far the better team and we really should be winning this. But it's just one of those, you know? I don't feel like we need the likes of Declan Rice and Barisic to come back into the team. It's just things like that, you know? That's abysmal. Kick it across the keeper or try and take it round him. Don't just dink it into him. Griffo is off because he's annoyed me. I'm actually going to take Onuachu off and Tales Magno is going to come on. That's all I'm going to do for now, just in case, they score. They won't score again. Goalkeeper kicks it long. Aya nods it down to Seguin. Aya again at the back. Wallace. We tend to do this a lot. We pass it around and it doesn't look like anything's going to happen. And all of a sudden, Hadji comes off the bench and shows Griffo how it's done. That's how you score a goal, Griffo. You don't just dink it to the keeper. You put it past the goalkeeper. Big fan of what I've just witnessed. We pass it around the back a lot and it looks slow, it looks boring. And then all of a sudden, bang, gaps open. We run through them. And when you've got the right players on the pitch, you put the ball in the back of the net. Big fan. Can we go and get 3 or 4... just to let them know who's boss and to make sure that the second leg is basically a foregone conclusion, because going into it at 2-1, even though I know we're better, there's still going to be that in the back of my mind. If they nick one, they could take it to penalties and then they could beat us. I know it sounds stupid. They shouldn't be able to do it, but I would like at least one more goal here. Although, Nicolou down this left-hand side may have other ideas. Back to Rios, into Husbauer, back to the defender. And Babu can't get it. Rios is still there. I don't like this. I really don't like this. Warder gets into the box. I honestly thought he was going to take a shot. He doesn't. Hey, they're knocking it around far too confidently. I don't like this. What's going on? Husbauer. Oh, my days. Are you mad? What is this? What are they doing? I might have to sign some of these players the way they're playing. I can't get over it. 2-2 against a team I've literally never heard of before. And a team who've barely touched the ball all game. But they've knocked it round really well. And it's a good goal. It just is a good goal. Wow. Dare I say, we could lose this game. They have a highlight 15 minutes from time. What? Who are these people? How have they scored that? Husbauer, who set up the goal, has literally got himself a second assist. Rios has John Arne Riesa'd it into the top corner. That... I can't even be mad at that, really. Corner comes in, defended. Sioane knocks it out to Bastoni. Don't know much about this highlight. Comes all the way back out to the centre-back. I mean, we really do need to go for it now. Losing isn't that bad because we do have a second leg to recover, but yeah. And Babu back post, good save. I cannot believe we're losing this game. 0.26 XG and they've scored 3 goals. That's how outrageous their goals have been. Basically, if you don't understand XG, it's how likely they've been to score and how good the chances were. Their chances were few and far between, and more often than not from 25 to 35 yards out, and they've still managed to... We've lost that game. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we've just played Crystal Palace, beat them 4-1. Wilfred Zaha got sent off in the first 56 seconds, and I had to make 3 subs in the first half. The first sub I had to make was Nianzou. He had to come off because he has torn his hamstring and he's out for 2 months. And Babu is... I mean, he's pulled an ankle ligament. He should be out for 10 days. I was expecting a little bit more than that because it was an instant injury. He had to come off straight away. I mean, to be fair, if you pull your ankle ligaments, I would understand why you'd need to come off. But I think maybe he would need a little bit longer on the sidelines. The other player I had to sub off was Andrea Petagna, who just went straight down to 0 fitness. It wasn't because he's not match fit either. I think it was just that he picked up a knock, but he appears to be okay. The annoying thing about this is the next game is the conference second leg, and now I'm without my right wing back. Hey, that's pretty impressive. My right wing back and one of my main centre backs. But not only that, if we have a look at the tactics and go down to the injured list, Ethan Laird, who is registered, not on any sort of register, he's registered for European football. He is out injured as well. So I have no real option here because the only other option I have realistically, or good option at right wing back, is Stanisic. Unfortunately, Aguerd is out injured, which means Stanisic is going to have to play centre back. So who the hell plays right wing back, I hear you ask? Well, Paul Seguin, now is your time to shine. 4th choice right wing back is about to play in a European game that we absolutely have to win. I'm going to assume there's no away goals here. We're just going to go after it and hope that we can absolutely batter them. We are home for this game. We have home advantage, if that's even a thing. I think it's just a myth. But ball in, Onuachu over the bar, and here we go again. 8 minutes in. Oh, I just want to get a goal early, just to settle the nerves a little bit. Hadji with a free kick, knocks it in. It could be a penalty. It is going to be a penalty. Hadji will take it. We don't really have a designated penalty taker anymore. Hadji is going to be the one to take penalties. I suppose, technically speaking, he is the designated. But he's not particularly good at them. Ivan Toney was our penalty taker, and he was actually quite good. In fact, I think he missed 1 all season last season. He was actually very good at them, and we had a lot of them. But, I mean, to be fair, that's a good penalty. But there we are, 3-3, back on level terms. I don't care if it's a penalty. I'll take 3 penalties if we can get them. I just want to get into the group. The draw is the day after this game. Seawald on that left-hand side plays it into Nino, looping header, touches the top of the crossbar and goes out of play. I do read the comments, even though they are very few and far between. I appreciate everyone who does take the time out of their day. Get in, Wallace. That's a very important goal. First of the season, scored in every pre-season game, hasn't scored this season. That is a big goal. 20 minutes in and we're doing exactly what we should have done in the first leg. But anyway, back to it. That's exactly what you expect from him, to be fair. Comments. There was a comment on the episode 8, because I'm recording this before 9, or as 9 is just about to go live. Rob Maiden says that this is rapidly becoming his favourite content of mine, and he recently started playing FM22. So I always have this on while I game. Keep it up. I appreciate the kind words. A couple of thumbs up on that as well. So for those who thumbed it up, I appreciate you as well, and anyone else who's just watching right now. Thank you, legend. I far more enjoy... Is that a thing? Hang on. Onuachu's through. Oh, he's missed a sitter. I enjoy playing FM a lot more than any other game. I know FIFA's my main thing. But honestly, in the future... And I would say future... I'm kind of hoping like this is the start of it. I would like to replace FIFA on the channel with Football Manager. I know you don't get anywhere near as many views as you do playing popular games and things, but I just love Football Manager inside out. You can play through a save, and then as soon as it's done, start a new save, and you're like some people might be going, oh, you got to start all over again. That's the best part. It's fantastic. There's no boring part apart from pre-season maybe to Football Manager, but even then you're looking for hours through the transfer market. In this save alone, right, just before this season started, I spent literally the entire day on and off doing other things in life, but probably spent a good 4 hours just looking at the market, trying to find players. Now, I actually sped that up quite considerably, because if I wasn't recording, what a ball that is, I probably would have spent even longer. He has to be offside. They're not going to look at it, though, and he's on, and I would say, with some confidence, that is game over now. We did the second leg because they beat us in the first leg. I was actually just going to skip it and do a Premier League game if we'd won as comfortable as I thought it was going to be. But it turns out nothing's ever straightforward in life. Firmino getting on the score sheet again. They are going to check the offside. Apparently it was a tight offside. Just literally his toe keeping Nino onside there. We are knocking it around like we did very early on in the last game, and then it resulted in a goal. And Onuachu's through the middle, and there it is, and that is a comfortable 4-0. Why, and how could we not have done this in the first leg? I could literally have rested everybody. No, I couldn't have. I'm playing like my strongest team because it's the only team I can pick at the moment. We are playing Seguin at right wing back, and we're still winning 4-0. I played a stronger team in the first leg, and we lost. I don't understand it. Maybe it is home advantage. We have had so many highlights since the last time I saw you, and we're only on the 77th minute. The problem this is just key highlights, but because we have so much of the ball, and they have 10 men, everything is a key highlight, because everything is becoming really close. We are so close to scoring 20 goals. Seguin with the ball in, Magno back post, nods it down to Onuachu, and that's in. And he's onside. There's no need to contest it. 6-0. I despair. I really do. But at the moment now, I actually feel sorry for them. They won the first leg 3-2. And they must have thought, just maybe, if we don't have a complete collapse in the second leg, there is actually a chance we could go through here. And can you imagine what that would have done financially for a team like this? It would have been phenomenal. Wallace is trying to add insult to injury here because he's just kept it in. He didn't need to, but he ran. He sprinted to keep it in. He's knocked it long. Magno's going to put a ball in, and Griffo is going to score to make it 7. There was absolutely no need to do that. I feel like my team have a grudge. How dare you beat us 3-2 in a game of football? Take 7. Game's not done yet either. Griffo, I mean, good run from him, good positioning, good finish as well. Wow. Let that be a lesson to any team who think they can beat us in the first leg. The second leg will not be as easy. 8-0, which is exactly what I was expecting in the first leg. I won't lie. An XG of 4.23, 18 shots on target, 34 shots in total. They only managed 1. I didn't get to see it, so it obviously wasn't noteworthy. And that puts us through. Let's watch the draw for the groups. This is always a fun part, especially in this competition where, realistically, I think we could be one of the favourites until the Europa League teams drop into the competition anyway. It is time for the draw. So I'm going to assume that there are 4 teams in a group. But no, there must be 33 teams in a group. I'm confused. I don't really understand it. I've not really looked at the conference in real life, so I don't really know how it works. I assumed it would be like the Champions League. So we're in this pot, so we will come out at some point here. Hopefully it's going to be against someone like Basel or CSKA, and it's not someone like PSV. Fantastic. So we are in Group E. Bate Borisov going against Basel. Oh, that Moscow group looks decent. I don't know who's in this group. Shamrock Rovers would be quite nice, actually. AEL, another Cyprian team. I'm not looking forward to that. 4th seeds, so we are going to get 4 teams. I thought 3 teams didn't really make much sense. So, I mean, to be fair, only Dynamo Moscow are the ones I would like to avoid here. Oh, okay, nice. A Ukrainian side. Mariupol. I mean, PSV, difficult, right? Sure. But AEL from Cyprus, AEL Limassol, I've seen them before, and Mariupol from the Ukraine. Absolutely no idea how good they are. The thing with those type of teams is we're a Premier League side, right? It's arguably the best league in the world, and we are competing for Champions League football this season by the looks of things. So, or at least early doors we are anyway. So I would assume we could get a good 3 points per game there, and then PSV might be the sticking point. But we should be able to go through in at least second place, if not try and top the group. I'm definitely going to try. Celtic have been given a walk through there, let's be honest. But yeah, no group of death, if you will, because to be honest, the teams aren't necessarily good enough to create a group of death. I suppose Group A isn't easy, is it? Sparta Prague, Dynamo Kiev, Bromby, all for Dundee to contest. I do not envy Dundee at all. But there is our European group. It was touch and go for the first 90 minutes, but we made it look easy in the end. Next episode, I have no idea because they've not scheduled the fixtures for the European games, so I don't know where we're going to come back. It might be in October sometime because we have a very difficult run. It might be Spurs, Chelsea, it might be Liverpool, Man United. I don't know. If you have enjoyed that episode of the Brentford FM Save, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and until the next time, goodbye.